East Coast Breakfast.
Professor Kialiboga Mapunye from the Department of Political Sciences, University of South Africa.
Good morning, team, and good morning to the listeners. Thank you for inviting me.
Is this a real government of national unity, or does it resemble something like a coalition government?
It's a little bit of both. It's not a real government of national unity because, as you know, a government of national unity, strictly speaking, would entail a lot of inclusion of different political interests, including political parties, smaller political parties that may not have made it, may not even have had, have won a seat, but they just get incorporated, they get invited, they get included in that, government that is going to reflect a large, spectrum of political interests. So to that extent, you have to make sure that inclusivity and broad inclusivity, one must actually emphasize, is the key. So with the coalition, it's slightly different because with the coalition is the parties that agree to enter into this kind of thing and where they, specifically seek to ensure that their party interests, the interests of the political parties are guaranteed. It's a little bit of some kind of, horse trading, if you like, whereby, you agree with me, then we agree to go into bed. Excuse the pun. But if you don't agree with me, sorry, you're out, and I'm not going to coalesce with you. That kind of situation.
It might seem to be just an argument of semantics, whether we're a government of national unity or, in actual fact, a coalition to which more smaller parties are being attracted to every single day. It seems this government that we have right now, what are the immediate risks that we face?
The immediate risk, in my view, are the immediate possibility of rupture, 3 to 6 months, 9 months, 18 months, we don't know, 2.5 years. The ideal situation that the voters, the listeners out there would want to see is a situation where we call this thing a government of national unity. We try to make sure that it works for the next 5 years, meaning that up until May 2029. That assuming that if you come, my calculations, that will be the election will be around May June 2029.
Yeah,
and nothing happens in between. And when we have political stability and so on. But the question is, will we have that? In such an arrangement, it is very, very tenuous. It is very risky in a sense that there are just too many balancing acts to put into the equation, and it makes it very, very difficult for political stability and for the future. Because then anything can happen. Any one of these partners that say, no, we are into this government of national unity. Tomorrow, somebody might come quoting them on the side and say, listen, pull out. We'll give you X, Y, and Z. Actually, you are much more better with us than with Big Brother or, Big Sister. That kind of situation. That's the immediate risk,
So, Prof, how will KZN actually now be run? Is there a possibility that we might have a MK mayor, for example, or a mayor from another party that we haven't seen before?
In my view, everything is possible in a way because it is a give and take. Give me something, I'll give you something. If we put you guys, give you the position of mayor, what do you promise in future in return? That kind of thing. Yeah. So it is still very, very possible that you can have, a mayor from one party and the other, and it's about what the parties agree behind the scenes. And I must tell you that for us as students of politics and students of elections and government and parliament, this is on the positive side a very exciting period in South Africa because everything is possible, and sometimes we throw out the book itself, but on the other side it is also a very, very difficult time because it makes us appear like mere speculators because everything is happening so quickly, very quickly. Yeah,
it is fascinating times.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on East Coast Radio.